World Bank approves $12 billion for COVID-19 vaccines treatments in developing countries. United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on 14th October 2020 encouraged Saudi Arabia to recognize Israel in what would be a massive boost for the Jewish state amid normalization by two other Gulf Arab kingdoms. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi expects that the country to be taken out of the grey list soon. Pakistan needs the support of minimum of 12 member countries of the 39 member FATF to exit the grey list. Chances are we may not be able to secure the required support in the forthcoming FATF meeting, but will get more time to work on our AML/CFT regime. Pakistan Army has won an international military drill competition in the United Kingdom for a third consecutive year. The Military Media Affairs Wing announced on 14 October 2020. Misbah-ul Haq has resigned as the chief selector on 14 October 2020. He was appointed to the joint position of head coach and chief selector for the men's team in September 2019. Mehbooba Mufti, a top Kashmiri politician from detention more than a year after New Delhi has been released on 14th October 2020. Mehbooba Mufti called India's August 5, 2019 action as a black decision on a black day. Prominent transgender Ayan Ali Allies Dolphin clinched gold and silver medals in different fields at 2nd Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Transgender Sports Festival held in Peshawar on 13 October 2020. Armenia and Azerbaijan agreed on 10th October 2020 to a ceasefire and to begin substantive talks over the breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh after nearly 2 weeks of fierce clash. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the warring sides had agreed to a ceasefire from 12 hours on October 10 on humanitarian grounds. This ceasefire mediated by the International Committee of the Red Cross. The parties will exchange bodies and prisoners. An ethnic Armenian region of Azerbaijan that broke from Baku's control in a devastating war in the early 1990s has claimed some 400 lives and forced thousands of people from their homes. The heavy clashes erupted late last month with both sides blaming the other for the biggest outbreak in the violence since a 1994 ceasefire left the status of Karabakh. The president of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, said that we are giving Armenia a chance to settle the conflict peacefully, and this is their last chance. Armenia's rights ombudsman Artak Baglerian told AFP this week that fighting has displaced around half of Karabakh's 140,000 residents and forced some 90% of its women and children from their homes. 10th October is the World Day Against the Death Penalty. It is 18th World Day Against the Death Penalty. Pakistan is the second largest reported number of condemned prisoners. An article published in Dawn on 9th October 2020 shows that 80 times out of 100, a prisoner on death row is acquitted by the Supreme Court during the appeals process. Prime Minister's aide Dr. Moeed Yusuf on Tuesday said that Pakistan was ready to hold talks with India, provided Kashmir was included as a third party. Dr. Moeed Yusuf revealed that India had expressed a desire for conversation but said that Pakistan's agreement to talks would be conditional. The conditions include the immediate release of occupied Kashmir's political prisoners, lifting of the heavy military siege from the territory, reversal of New Delhi's decision to strip the region of its special status, and ending human rights violation in the valley, and a stop to India's state-sponsored terrorism against Pakistan. He said that Malik Faridun, a mastermind of the Army Public School Nasagar in Peshawar, was in touch with the handlers at the Indian consulate in Afghanistan. The terrorist was also treated at a New Delhi hospital in 2017. The premier's assistant said that the government had records of phone calls from numbers of people who orchestrated the APS attack from a third country. He went on to reveal that Aslam Achu, a Balochistan Liberation Army terrorist who was involved in an attack on the Chinese embassy in Karachi, was also directly working with his raw handlers and was also treated at an Indian hospital later. Pakistani footballer Karishma Ali, the first girl from Chitral to play football on both national as well as international level. She is 21-year-old. Karishma is the founder of Chitral Women's Sports Club. She is responsible for training 60 girls and simultaneously encouraging their participation in sports. According to World Health Organization, mental disorders affect almost 12% of the world's population. About 1 out of every 4 people, or 450 million, will experience a mental disorder that would benefit from. 10th October
Pakistan will be co-hosting the 24th ARF Heads of Defense Universities, Colleges, Institutions meeting with Malaysia in 2021.
World Bank has painted a very dismal picture of Pakistan's economic outlook for the next 2 financial years. The report projects the economy will recover by 0.5% during this fiscal after it shrank by 0.4% last year, the first contraction since 1952, owing to the pandemic. GDP is now projected to expand by 2% this year compared to the bank's projection of 0.5%. The report also warns that poverty is likely to rise with COVID-19 lockdowns, which have chiefly affected informal services and small industrial businesses. The United Nations Food Agency, the World Food Programme, won the Nobel Peace Prize on 9th October 2020 for its efforts to combat hunger and improve conditions for peace in areas affected by conflict. The Rome-based organization says it helps some 97 million people in about 88 countries each year, and that 1 in 9 people worldwide still do not have.
China appreciates Pakistan's support on Hong Kong stance. Few days ago, Pakistan's representative at UN, Munir Akram, said Hong Kong was an inalienable part of China and Hong Kong affairs were China's internal affairs that brook no interference by foreign forces. Prime Minister Imran Khan and Facebook's Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg held a virtual meeting on 9th October 2020 to discuss the social media's giant's investment in Pakistan. PM Imran and Sandberg also spoke about the latter's She Means Business program, which is providing training to 6,700 women across the country. The Premier had invited tech firms to invest in Pakistan and had asked Facebook to consider investments to support Pakistani incubators and help in digital literacy initiatives. Agency for Habitat Pakistan and the government of Gilgit-Baltistan have announced a $4.2 million project to plant 50 million trees across the region to reduce the climate-induced natural disasters. Due to current economic impacts after almost 100 years of welcoming guests to the Grand Dome of New York, the Roosevelt Hotel is regretfully closing its doors permanently as of October 31, 2020. The Roosevelt Hotel, which was opened on September 23, 1924, was built by Niagara Falls businessman Frank A. Dudley and operated by the United Hotels Company. PIA leased the hotel in 1979 through its investment arm, PIA Investments Limited, with an option to purchase the building after 20 years. Prince Faisal bin Khalid bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia was one of the investors in the 1979 deal. In 1999, the PIA exercised its option and bought the hotel for $36.5 million. In 2005, the PIA bought out its Saudi partner in a deal that included the prince's share in Hotel Scribe in Paris in exchange for $40 million and PIA's share of the Riyadh Minhal Hotel. The PIA has since controlled 99% interest in the hotel, while the Saudis have only 1%. Singer, instrumentalist and composer Mohammad Raza Shajrain
who embodied traditional and classical Iranian music for more than half a century, both at home and abroad, dies on 8th October 2020, aged 80. According to Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, weekly inflation for the combined group in the period ended on October 8 increased by 1.24% on the back of an uptick in prices of essential food items. Video sharing app, which is owned by China's ByteDance, has been downloaded almost 39 million times in Pakistan and is the third most downloaded app over the past year after WhatsApp and Facebook, according to analytics firm Sensor Tower. It has been banned in Pakistan on 9th October 2020. Aviation Minister Ghulam Sarwar Khan had issued a directive stating that there shall be a complete ban on processing of new recruitment and CAA until the process of segregation within the authority is complete.